Hey everyone! You know that feeling like you're trying to keep a dozen plates spinning at once and you're just terrified that if you even blink, the whole thing is going to come crashing down? Yeah, that feeling. That's the need for control. And today, we're going to dig into a really powerful piece of wisdom that shows us a way out. So, this is what we're looking at today. It's just one sentence, right? But packed inside of it is like a whole philosophy for finding some peace when the world feels totally chaotic. We're going to unpack this thing bit by bit and really see the journey it lays out for us, from that constant struggle to a sense of calm. All right, so first things first, we have to get to the heart of the problem this quote is talking about. And it's this kind of paradox, right? The control paradox. It's all about that deep human need to be in control and the surprising kind of hidden cost that comes along with it. Let's just focus on that first part. Wow. I mean, it's so direct, it's almost harsh, Because our gut instinct tells us the complete opposite. It tells us, hey, if I can just manage every little detail, if I can plan for every possible thing that could go wrong, then I'll finally be able to relax and be happy. But this quote, it says, nope, you've got it backward. And this really just lays it all out, doesn't it? It's like a perfect, simple equation. The more you try to control everything, the less you actually enjoy, well, anything. It's this bizarre trade-off where the only thing you're really losing is your own happiness. So, of course, that brings up the big question. Why? Why does trying to have total control lead to, zero enjoyment? Well, just think about it for a second. The amount of mental energy it takes to try and control everything, it's huge. You're constantly running through scenarios in your head, worrying about the future, trying to predict things that are literally unpredictable. There's just no brain power left over to actually experience what's happening right now. You're so busy managing the moment that you completely miss out on living in it. Okay, so if holding on so tight is the problem, what's the solution? How do we let go? Well, the great thing is the quote doesn't just point out what's wrong. It actually gives us a super clear three-step process for how to do it. And here it is. I mean, look how simple this is. It's not some complicated 10-point plan you have to memorize. It's just a sequence of three simple, totally fundamental human actions. Let's really look at these as a step-by-step process. And believe me, the order here is absolutely crucial. You can't just jump to the end and decide to let go when your shoulders are up by your ears and your jaw is clenched, right? The path to letting go in your mind, it has to start with your body. It begins with a physical release, and only then can your mind actually follow. So, step one, breathe. Seriously, think of this as your emergency brake. When you're all stressed out, what happens? Your breathing gets all shallow, your heart starts racing. Taking just one single, deep, conscious breath physically hits the pause button on that whole stress response. It sends a direct message to your brain, to your nervous system saying, hey, it's okay. The danger's gone. You can calm down now. Okay, so after that breath comes step two, relax. And this is a conscious choice. It's you intentionally releasing all that physical tension you're holding on to. Go ahead, unclench your jaw. Let your shoulders drop from way up by your ears, uncurl your fingers. You're basically telling your body, all right, we're not in a fight anymore. This physical surrender is what makes the mental one even possible. And that brings us to the final step. And let's be honest, this is probably the hardest one. Let go. This is the decision point. After you've calmed your body down with your breath and consciously relaxed, you now get to make the mental choice to just release your grip, to accept that you've done what you can and the rest, well, the outcome isn't totally in your hands. And that's key. It's an act of surrender, not an act of defeat. There's a huge difference. So, we've talked about the problem, that control paradox, and we've walked through the solution, that process of release. But why bother? What's the payoff for all this breathing and relaxing and letting go? Well, this is where we get to the really good part. This is the gift. And there it is. That's the reward. That's what you get back when you let go of control. It's not chaos, it's not failure. It's this simple but incredibly profound ability to just be. Right here, right now. To actually live inside your own life while it's happening. So what does that even mean, really, to live in the moment? It's a state where you're just present. Your full awareness is right here, and it's not being hijacked by worrying about what might happen tomorrow or kicking yourself over something that happened yesterday. You're just here, experiencing the world without all that extra noise. It really all boils down to this one simple truth. You only ever have one moment. This one. The one happening right now. that struggle for control, it forces you to live in like 100 different possible future moments, all at the same time, none of which are real. But when you let go, you finally give yourself permission to fully live in the only moment that actually exists. So let's just look at the whole thing one more time, from start to finish. It's a perfect circle, isn't it? You start by realizing that this desperate need to control everything is actually what's stealing your joy. Then you follow that simple path. You breathe, you relax, and you let go. And where does that lead you? It leads you right back to the present moment, which, it turns out, is the only place you were ever going to find that joy in the first place. And that really leaves us with this one last, kind of mind-bending idea. The ultimate irony of it all is that real control isn't about bending the world to your will. It's about mastering your own internal reaction to the world. The greatest power you actually have is the power to choose what you hold on to and what you decide to set free. So the question is, what will you choose to let go of today?